My dad said, "Real men don't cry." Then I cried when I stopped talking to him. I grew up in a house where emotions were treated like weaknesses. My dad was the kind of man who never said, "I love you," but thought providing food and a roof was enough proof. When I fell off my bike and scraped my knees as a kid, he'd say, "Get up, real men don't cry." When my dog died, he said the same thing. When I didn't make the basketball team, he didn't comfort me, just told me to work harder next time. I learned to swallow my tears, build a wall, and wear the same mask he did. By the time I turned 23, we barely talked. I'd moved out after college, started a new life in another city, and only visited home during the holiday. Every time we talked, it felt like an argument waiting to happen. He'd criticize something, my job, my friends, how I dressed, and I'd just shut down. I wanted a dad who could talk to me like a person, not a coach grading my masculinity. The breaking point came the night my mom called crying. She said Dad was angry because I hadn't come home for his birthday. I told her I couldn't take the guilt trips anymore. "Tell him I'm done trying," I said. That was the last time I called home. Weeks turned into months. I ignored his texts, short ones like, "You okay?" or "When are you coming home?" because I didn't know how to answer. I wasn't okay. I missed him, but I was tired of pretending everything was fine. Then one night I got a voicemail. It was his voice, shaky. "Son, I don't know what I did to make you hate me. I just wanted to be strong for you. That's what my dad taught me. Maybe I got it wrong." He paused. I could hear him trying not to cry. Real men don't cry, right? Guess I'm not one. I listened to that message 3 times. My chest hurt. For the first time, I realized he wasn't heartless. He was just repeating what he'd been taught. He didn't know how to show love any other way. His father probably told him the same words when he was a boy. Real men don't cry. Maybe he thought that was the only way to make me tough enough for the world. A few weeks later, my mom called again. "Your dad's in the hospital. Heart issue." I dropped everything and drove home. When I walked into the room, he looked smaller than I remembered. Wires on his chest, eyes tired. He looked up and said softly, "You came." I wanted to be angry, to tell him how much his words hurt, but all I could do was sit beside him and hold his hand. He squeezed mine and whispered, "I'm sorry, son." His voice cracked and tears rolled down his cheeks. I didn't stop him. I cried too. That day, we broke the curse. 2 men who were told never to cry finally did. It didn't fix everything, but it was real. And maybe that's what being a man really means. Being real, even when it hurts. After that day, I started visiting him every weekend. We didn't talk much at first. We'd just sit on the porch and watch the sunset. Sometimes he'd bring up small memories, like the time he missed my school recital because of work, or how proud he was when I graduated, even though he never said it. Each story chipped away at the years of silence between us. I started to realize he had always cared. He just didn't know how to say it. One evening, as I was about to leave, he said, "You know, when your grandpa died, I didn't cry either. I wanted to, but I thought crying made me weak. Now I wish I did. Maybe that's why I never told you it was okay." He looked at me, eyes glistening. "I don't want you to make the same mistake." Months later, when he passed away quietly in his sleep, I didn't try to stop my tears. I cried until my chest hurt. And for once, I didn't feel weak. I felt human. Because strength isn't about holding it all in. It's about having the courage to let it out.